While you're busy chasing the next 100x crypto moonshot, the banking system is quietly harvesting your net worth through high-interest revolving debt and intentional, systematic monetary debasement of the dollar. Most retail investors mistake high-income consumption for actual wealth. They fail to see that a $700 monthly car payment is a direct transfer of your future compounding power to a bank. The new car illusion masks a brutal reality. Your asset loses 20% of its value the second you drive it off the lot. You are paying a premium for a smell that evaporates instantly. We are witnessing a massive economic contradiction. The U.S. personal savings rate collapsed from a pandemic peak of nearly 34% to a dangerous 5% range. People are literally consuming their future. This shift signifies a pivot toward debt-fueled lifestyle maintenance rather than the capital accumulation required to survive today's economic landscape. You aren't building a foundation, you are just renting a status. Average credit card APRs have soared past 21%, creating a negative compound interest trap that is mathematically impossible to outrun. It is a silent wealth incinerator designed to keep the middle class stagnating. Carrying a mere $10,000 balance means you are donating over $2,000 annually to a bank's capital with zero utility gained for your family. That is $2,000 of pure labor stolen by interest. The participation lag is the silent killer of the masses. While the top 10% own 93% of the stock market, most retail investors remain mere spectators of growth rather than owners. Retail players often overcomplicate their strategy, ignoring that simple index tracking has delivered a 10% annual return for decades. That is enough to double your money every 7 years with almost zero effort. Monetary debasement has stripped away 88% of the dollar's purchasing power since 1970. Keeping your wealth in cash isn't safe. It is a slow-motion wealth incinerator that destroys your ability to buy freedom. To maintain wealth parity today, you must clear a 3% historical inflation hurdle rate. Yet, most people still keep their hard-earned funds in accounts paying 0.01%. You are losing money daily. Investors frequently ignore fee erosion, not realizing a 1% management fee can cannibalize over a quarter of your terminal wealth over 30 years. You are literally gifting your retirement years to a fund manager. Many fall for this status game, prioritizing high-visibility liabilities like luxury goods over invisible assets that generate cash flow. True wealth is what you don't see. It is the ownership that pays you. There is a deep misunderstanding of tax alpha. Retail players ignore the extra 1% in net returns available through smart tax loss harvesting. That small percentage is often the difference between success and failure. The convenience trap of our modern service economy creates a massive leak in capital. Money that could be deployed into income-producing assets is instead being wasted on delivery fees and overpriced, low-quality services. Most individuals lack a purchase firewall, allowing impulsive digital payments to bypass the logical brain and inflate spending by 83%. We have made it too easy for retailers to reach into our pockets. I see consumers focus on saving pennies on discount grocery items while losing dollars on massive annual depreciation curves of brand new vehicles and hardware. It is a total failure to understand wealth leaks. There is a total lack of inventory metrics in the average household. With 32% of groceries ending up in the trash, it represents a complete failure in resource management and personal capital allocation. We often equate standard of living with quality of life. We fail to realize that high overhead is actually a cage. It prevents professional mobility and locks you into a job you might hate. Media bias and marketing leverage your status-seek instinct to ensure the middle class remains a permanent source of yield for lenders. They want you focused on looking rich rather than actually being wealthy. The frictionless payment effect makes us spend 83% more because we no longer feel the physical pain of parting with cash. Swiping a card feels like nothing, but the math is devastatingly real. Evolutionary psychology prioritizes immediate gratification, like that new car smell, over the abstract concept of having $1 million in the future. Our brains are hardwired for survival today, not for compounding over 30 years. A total lack of analytical tools in public education ensures the average citizen cannot compute the vertical depreciation phase of their own assets. We are never taught how to calculate the cost of time. Retail investors suffer from constant market FOMO, entering at the absolute peaks and selling at the troughs due to emotional impulse. They let the fear of missing out drive their most important financial decisions. There is a dangerous psychological anchoring to the nominal value of money. People ignore the invisible 3% annual erosion of their actual purchasing power, thinking their savings account balance is a stable metric. Peer pressure creates a lifestyle inflation spiral where every pay raise is immediately consumed by higher rent and better cars. You work harder, earn more, but your net worth remains stuck at exactly zero. Institutions rely on complexity bias to make you feel you need an expensive advisor. The truth is that a low-cost ETF is often mathematically superior to the complex products they are trying to sell. The human brain is poorly equipped to visualize exponential growth. This makes the rule of 72 feel like a myth rather than a mathematical law, leading many to underestimate the power of starting today. Social media distorts your perception, making unsexy habits, like driving a 10-year-old Toyota, look like a failure. In reality, that car is a strategic triumph that fuels your multi-million-dollar future while others struggle. To break this cycle, we must stop guessing and start calculating. It is time for a mathematical head-to-head comparison that will change the way you look at every dollar you earn and spend. Let's analyze the wealth delta saga, a side-by-side comparison of two individuals with identical salaries but fundamentally different mathematical frameworks for allocating their hard-earned capital toward the basic necessities of life. Meet Segment Alpha, the standard consumer. He buys a brand new $45,000 car every 5 years, rolling over his equity and remaining trapped in a permanent, high-interest payment cycle that never ends. Alpha pays an average of $735 per month for this privilege. He assumes a brand new vehicle is just a necessary cost of living in a modern, status-driven, debt-fueled society. Now, meet Segment Beta, the strategic accountant. He acquires a reliable 3-year-old Toyota after it has already cleared the brutal 20% year one vertical depreciation phase that destroys most retail investor wealth. Beta drives this vehicle for 10 full years, purposely entering the flat curve of depreciation where the asset loses less than 8% of its residual value on a predictable annual basis. By amortizing the used car cost alongside a dedicated maintenance fund, Beta's total monthly transportation overhead is only $250. This is lean, institutional-grade resource management at the household level. This creates an investable delta of exactly $485 every single month. That is pure capital that Segment Alpha is unknowingly throwing into a rapidly depreciating machine with absolutely zero return. If Beta funnels that $485 delta into a low-cost S500 ETF, the results after just 10 years are staggering. He has accumulated over $98,000 in liquid net worth. At this 10-year mark, Alpha has nothing but old car parts and a brand new loan, while Beta is approaching a 6-figure net worth. The gap is widening due to basic compounding physics. By year 20, the power of a 10.2% compound annual growth rate has accelerated Beta's wealth to over $361,000. This is where mathematical momentum becomes truly unstoppable. By year 30, the terminal wealth delta for the car decision alone reaches a mind-blowing $1,065,000. One simple choice has created a massive million-dollar advantage for the patient investor. Now, let's apply the same accountant's logic to the service economy. Think about your habits regarding dining out or ordering delivery through frictionless payment apps 5 times every single week. Scenario A involves 5 meals per week at $25 each. This results in an annual cash outflow of $6,500, yielding 0 residual value and 0 future compounding power. Scenario B utilizes rule-based meal rotation at home. This costs only $5.50 per meal by leveraging bulk purchasing and professional inventory management, similar to how a high-end supply chain operates. This level of household inventory control reduces your grocery slippage from the national average of nearly 32% down to less than 5%. You are reclaiming wasted capital with surgical precision. The annual savings delta is over $5,000. Think of this as an immediate, risk-free 27% return on your food capital allocation. No market volatility can ever take this from you. Investing this $422 monthly saving at a conservative 7% real return generates a year 30 value of over $510,000. This transforms a simple dietary choice into a massive retirement fund. Combined, the car delta and food delta result in a cumulative loss for the consumer of approximately $1.57 million. You are paying a massive premium for temporary convenience. We aren't just talking about savings. We are quantifying the massive opportunity cost of foregoing the performance of the world's most productive companies, like those held within Vanguard or BlackRock index funds. Segment Alpha will work for money until the day he dies. Meanwhile, Segment Beta's capital begins to out-earn his labor before age 50. This is the transition from employee to architect. The horizontal phase of the used car's life cycle becomes the exponential phase of the accountant's investment portfolio. You are trading a depreciating asset for an appreciating, cash flow-producing machine. While Alpha is stressed about 21.5% credit card APRs, Beta is harvesting a 10.2% compound growth rate from global equity markets. One is a victim, the other is a provider. This isn't a difference in talent, intelligence, or luck. It is a fundamental difference in capital allocation strategy and a deep understanding of the mathematical reality of asset depreciation curves. The data proves that these unsexy habits aren't about deprivation or living a small life. They are about the aggressive reclamation of your life's work from a system designed to harvest you. One path leads directly into the negative compound interest trap. The other leads to the total return paradise enjoyed by the institutional elite. The math is undeniable. Choosing is your responsibility. Remember the law of the depreciation flat curve. True wealth is built by holding assets during their period of lowest value erosion while deploying the difference into tax-efficient, high-yield assets. Finally, you must understand the law of the investable delta. Reaching financial escape velocity isn't about your salary, it's about the mathematical gap between what you earn and what you consume. Now that the math has stripped away the illusions of the consumer trap, we must build your accountant's framework. It is time to transition from being a passive consumer to becoming a strategic asset architect. Step 1 is the immediate implementation of the 72-hour purchase firewall. This psychological barrier effectively neutralizes the 83% impulse spending multiplier that drains your capital before you can even identify the leak. You must stop buying new for any asset that depreciates more than 10% annually. Always target the flat curve of the secondary market to let someone else pay that vertical depreciation tax. Immediately transition all high-friction credit card debt into fixed-term loans or total liquidation. An annual percentage rate of 21.5% is a mathematical barrier to wealth that no investment can realistically outrun. Deploy a rule-based meal rotation system to reclaim the 32% of your food budget currently lost to spoilage. Professionalize your household inventory to ensure every dollar spent provides a maximum caloric return. You must target a minimum hurdle rate of 7% net returns on your liquid capital. This ensures you consistently outpace inflation and protect your purchasing power from invisible monetary debasement cycles. Automate your investable delta so it moves to a low-cost index fund, like VO, before you can see it. Removing the human element ensures discipline remains high even when your emotional resolve weakens. Audit your investment accounts for fee parasites. Ensure your total expense ratio remains below 0.1%, because even a 1% management fee will eventually cannibalize over a quarter of your terminal wealth. Execute tax loss harvesting annually to generate a tax alpha of up to 1.5%. This effectively turns a market decline into a government-subsidized boost for your long-term portfolio performance and overall discipline. Adopt a tax-efficient location strategy by placing high-growth assets in accounts that shield you from capital gains drag. Maximizing your net of tax return is the true hallmark of institutional-grade wealth management at home. You need to shift your mindset from restrictive budgeting to strategic capital allocation. Treat your household as a private investment fund where your primary objective is the acquisition of cash flow-producing assets. Use the rule of 72 for every major purchase. Ask yourself if that $1,000 item today is worth losing the $17,000 it would realistically become over the next 30 compounding years. Replace service economy luxuries with owned systems. Invest in high-quality tools that pay for themselves by eliminating recurring fees, moving you from a consumer of services to an owner of efficient household infrastructure. Build a sinking fund for major repairs to avoid ever needing high-interest credit cards as a default emergency. Liquidity is your best defense against the predatory lending cycles that target the unprepared. Keep the S500 Total Return Index as your North Star for compounding. It remains the most reliable engine of institutional wealth accumulation, providing exposure to the world's most productive and successful companies. Monitor your personal savings rate as your most critical key performance indicator. If your savings rate falls below 15%, you are in the danger zone where your future freedom is being compromised. Eliminate all subscription bleed by canceling recurring payments for services you haven't touched in 30 days. These microleaks are silent killers that erode the capital foundation required to achieve true financial escape velocity. Move your safety net out of big banks offering 0.01% interest. Utilize yield-bearing hedges that at least match the historical 3.3% inflation hurdle to keep your cash from slowly incinerating. Treat your household like an investment bank. Every dollar must state its internal rate of return before it is spent, forcing a rigorous logical analysis that bypasses the impulsive, status-seeking parts of the brain. By mastering these unsexy habits, you transition from providing liquidity to banks to being a provider of liquidity to global markets. You are no longer the harvest, you are the one harvesting growth. Wealth is the ability to ignore status signals because you understand the underlying mathematical reality of debt-burdened lives. True status is having a balance sheet that makes you entirely unhackable by society. True freedom is not having more stuff, but having a portfolio that generates your annual living expenses without trading hours for dollars. You are buying back your future decades of choice and autonomy. Disciplined accumulation allows you to buy assets during blood-in-the-streets volatility while others panic over car payments. This strategic cash position is what separates the retail victims from the professional capital allocators. Your role as an asset architect is to build a generational foundation that survives the cycles of monetary debasement. You are architecting a life where the math works for you, not against you. The goal is the horizontal convergence point, where your compound growth earnings exceed your household overhead indefinitely. This is when your capital takes over the heavy lifting of sustaining your quality of life. This is the difference between a life of forced labor and a life of strategic contribution. When you own your time, you choose how to deploy your energy based on purpose, not necessity. You are not just saving money, you are reclaiming the years of your life that would otherwise be stolen by poor depreciation decisions. Every unsexy habit is a brick in your fortress of freedom. Recognize that boring is profitable. The most effective long-term strategies are almost always the least exciting to discuss at dinner parties, but they produce the most stunning terminal wealth advantages in the end. Cultivate your anti-consumer identity as a badge of honor. Your depreciated Toyota and home-cooked meals are the fuel for a multi-million-dollar future that most people can only dream of but will never calculate. The math is undeniable and the path is clear. Now that your overhead is controlled, we must master the advanced tax-sheltered allocation strategies I use to protect these gains from the next fiscal cliff.